Okay, let's address this Colorado court once again. I had a probation appointment today for my first offense in 7 years. I did something stupid. Yeah. When I was inebriated. We ain't talking about drunk here. The NPAD. Bureaucrat, plutocrats, oligarchs, political gambit here in the state of Colorado. Purposes, let's be blatant, honest. Racism. And I had a decent judge in Greeley Court. So my beef is not with the judge. But it's obvious you got your heads up your ass and you know nothing about law. Because if you did, this schemes you got going in your traffic courts wouldn't exist. And they're nothing but obvious piracy money makers for your municipalities. And it's obvious with that, with the financial assessments, when you get stopped, first offense, DUI. No state I lived in puts a person with their first DUI in a fucking orange suit, orange shoes, process you like you're some kind of fucking federal criminal for a federal offense. Now, somehow, in that innate, minuscule minds of you lawmakers, that may be funny, but it's actually a blatant abuse of a person's civil rights to be treated like a fucking common criminal because you made a stupid mistake. Now, governor, mayor, bureaucrats, plutocrats, oligarchs, of this political or court system. Let me address something to you. If you got even an ounce of a brain. Your average states, when it comes to DUI, will assess you a fine of $150, maybe a $200 fine for your first offense. No jail time. And you could pay that at your local police department. And along with that may come points off your license. But here in Colorado, we have all of this. And what all of this comes down to is political, corrupted bullshit. And why is because the speeds that you put on this bullshit. Not only do you lock a person up overnight, spend half the next day and your race is big, you just gotta pay your fine and go home. Me, I got slapped with close to $3,000 worth Now, I'm not one of those black men that makes it. And you want to make that argument, even something, because there was none. I go to, this is Platteville, Andy Mayberryville. In Greeley. Now, and I sit up there and I tell the prosecutor, there are no results on the breathalyzer test. And I plead not guilty. No, there are results. I guess they just appeared out of the blue. Now there is results. Now we can access this, or you get multiple fine points off your license, spending time in jail where I wind up losing my job. Or we can plea it down. Forget about driving on the opposite side of the road, which I wasn't. Driving while intoxicated, which in all intents and purposes, get up by a bunch of criminal theft and genocide, which in no laws, no law can in a criminal environment or a criminal country that genocide a race of people. My people, because I'm part Native American Indian. But let's make that apparently clear. Governor, mayor, and all you bureaucratic, plutocratic, political asswives, which I have no respect for. Because when you extort money from working class citizens, I can have no respect for you. Fines are one thing. Taking points off a person's license is one thing. But to literally take advantage in a personal gain is another thing. I call that corruption. And try to spin it, it's exactly what it is. It's a scam, a scheme to extort money from taxpaying citizens. Now, I made the video. And this is the second one. This is after my first visit to my probation. Which why in the fuck I got probation in the first place doesn't make a bit of sense. It's not a fucking crime. It's not a multiple offense. It's a first time offense. Now, I talked to my probation officer, which is very intelligent, well-groomed, well-balanced woman. And she says, we're going to take away some of these penalties they put on. Which I probably knew after my first video, you probably saw it. Or first offense, someone with half a brain kind of realized this is excessive penalty for a first offense. There's hope somebody in this so-called progression has a brain. We're going to wipe away $1,900. We're going to wipe away another $900. No, $1,400. probation fee. So that's like $2,000 right there. So I'm looking at a little over $1,000, which is still extreme in many cases in any court system in America. But you're still looking at $21 court costs, $5, $20 brain injury, traumatic, alcohol evaluation fee, $200, leaf assessment, whatever the fuck that is, $90, victim compensation fund, $33, driving under influence, $200, driving surcharge, $100. Persistent has nothing to do. What's leaf? Royal Youth Alcoholic Substance Abuse. What's that got to do with it? Victims Assessment Fund. What does that have to do with anything? And that's how they make their money. Yeah. Today, I got to go to my intervention meeting, which is going to cost me $10. And I got to go to another some bullshit panel where I got to pay $100. See, this is what I'm talking about. You charge these bullshit fees just to make money. And you add that to my $1,000, I'm back up to $2,000 already. Minus, mind you, the $1,400 and the $900. This is how you sheep, if you realize, actually, and if you vote or go to your next bullshit political meetings that they have in your particular county or municipality, you're getting taken to the cleaners. And you're taxpayers. You pay these assholes salary. And this whole registration thing they got going on, which is another ripoff. No state that I've lived in that you have ever had to pay for registration. Tax, dealer fees, registration is already included, except for the state of Colorado. Mind you, can't even develop a competent rail system after decades and fucking centuries. But you can build these exuberant, overpriced boxes you call condominiums, apartments, and homes. That you can do. Or rip off taxpayers, working class people. That you can do. I'm not even saying that I pay a price for a dumb mistake. But it has to be just. It has to be fair. That's what the so-called justice system is supposed to do. And it doesn't. It's a scam and con. This already about misdemeanor. No one could, it wasn't a break-in. It wasn't stealing a car. It wasn't bank robbery or store robbery, which in all intents and purposes are federal offenses. It's a misdemeanor, traffic violation. and all these charges from day one when I went to court the 31st. Of June. I knew it was all bullshit. So by me going back to my probation officers and having everything change because somebody got their head out of their ass and begin to think, or maybe this is like a little bit over excessive. Really? You think so? And my point is, Mayor, if your son or daughter your constituent, your political corrupted arena here in Colorado, if their children got stopped for DUI, would they face these charges? No. Or your friends, or your constituents. And that's once again what I say. That's the corruption. Because if the law doesn't, it's not for everybody, it's no longer a law. It's bullshit. One thing you got to tell yourselves all the time. You live in a country that was stolen. The original people here slaughtered, genocide, and then put these poverty-stricken of inequality. What do you think the court is going to be like? Run by criminals, run by terrorists, or barricades. Took our heritage, took our pride, took our people, treated them like animals. Just like you're doing people of color in this country and around the world. Colorado is indicative of all the bullshit that goes on in this country. A bunch of extortionists, thieves, pirates. That's how you run your court systems. Extort money from people. And don't get it wrong, there is no justice system. It's a mockery. It's a facade. It's an illusion. Because justice is not going to exist in a country of theft and general. Let's make that apparent, clear today. Judges and prosecutors and defense attorneys, court system and your law enforcement is a facade and an illusion of what true law is, true justice is. When you take things like this piece of paper that you get your bullshit laws on, it's a waste. And like I said, I will appeal. Oh, exactly. And how much money, and that's what people don't understand. And that's why I will always voice a voice of justice and truth. Because of incidents just like this, where you railroad and extort. And when it's time to vote, Colorado sheep, know who you're voting for, know who you put in office. Actually do some research, some background checks. Instead of sitting there with your head up your ass smoking pot. And maybe making the video had something to do with it, or maybe just common sense for them actually have a heart and apathy for it. And in whatever case, it includes people who actually think for a living, not exist without a school brain. There's something else. Bureaucrats, aristocrats, oligarchs, Colorado political church.